Hello, my name is Miss Sasha. I am a teaching artist in the PACE art program through the Acadiana Center for the Arts with the Lafayette Parish school system in Lafayette, Louisiana. Today we are going to draw a frog. We're going to learn all about frogs and frog facts. The supplies that you will need is going to be a white piece of paper, an assortment of crayons depending upon if you want to add flowers to your background and what color you want your dragonfly to be, and scissors and glue if you want to make a tongue like this, and a little piece of pink construction paper, little tiny. And if you don't have pink construction paper, I'll show you how to make pink paper. Now is a good time to stop your video and go and gather your supplies. When you're all set to go, all you have to do is press play whenever you get back. Now that we've gathered all of our supplies, let's get started creating our frog. Before we get started, I'd like to give you a little bit of frog history. Frogs are amphibians. Does anybody know what an amphibian is? Any good guesses? Well, an amphibian is an animal that is a cold-blooded vertebrate. It has soft eggs with no shells. They often lay their eggs in water. A group of eggs is called a frog spawn, and eggs hatch to tadpoles. Other critters that are part of the amphibian family are toads, newts, and salamanders. Let's see, today there's known to be over 4,810 species of frogs, and in the U.S. there's believed to be about 90. They have been around for 140 million years. They are known for their jumping abilities, their protruding eyes, and their slimy skin. Let's get started. Go ahead and grab your black crayon. If you don't have a black, a dark green, a dark blue, anything will do. All right, I have folded my white paper in half this way and this way, so I've made a crease. One that goes straight down the middle and one that goes horizontally across the middle as well. Okay, the first line that we are going to make is going to be right here in the middle. We're going to make this curved line for the frog's little face. Okay, if you do it too tiny, you're going to have a very tiny frog, so make it a lot wider. It's almost halfway between here and halfway between here. Okay, watch. Curve. That's his big, wide mouth. Perfect. Great. Now we're going to make the top. Right here. It's going to go way up here. A big curved line. Curve. Great. Now remember, they're known for their big, bulging, protruding eyes. So we're going to make some nice big eyes. Look at all these frogs' eyes. They're really big. So we're going to make big eyes. Okay? I'm going to make a very big circle. Watch. One on this side, and one on this side. You got it? Great. I'm going to make a smaller one on the inside with a spot colored in with the black, and a smaller one on this side with a spot colored in with the black. We're going to use a lot of black to get started, so just stay with me. If at any point you need to pause the video to catch up, just do it. We're going to put these two little nostrils right here. They have them right there on their little noses. It's just two little lines, like a number 11. Two parallel lines. Great. Now we're going to skip down here. We're going to make sure that we leave enough room to make his little feet. But down here below the frog, I want you to put a horizontal line. That's this line right here. Okay? Great. Now on top of this line, on this side and this side, we're going to put a little number 1. Ready? Here's Here's a 1, and here's a 1. That's the beginning of his little legs, his little front legs. Okay. All right. We're going to put one next to this one. Watch. Here and here. See? That's this and this. Great. Now I want you to go from the corner down here at the bottom. We're going to make a diagonal line that's going to go up here. We're not playing with these legs right now. We're going from here diagonally to the corner of the frog's face. The same on both sides. See? Kind of looks like a cupcake. Great. All right. We're going to make this part of his little feet. We're going to do a straight line out here and a straight line out here. It's not too hard, is it? All right. We're going to make 2 diagonal lines. Diagonal is slanted. Okay? I'm going to go from here, right where we started. Diagonal, diagonal. Okay, we're about to make some sticky toes. Ready? Okay, watch. Over here, we're going to make like a zigzag line. Zig, zag, zig, zag. And the same on the other side. Look. Zig, zag, zig, zag. Great. While you're getting your zigzags, I'll give you a few more little frog facts. A group of frogs is called an army. Can you think of something else that's called an army? An army of ants. Or maybe you have a family member in the army. That's all true. Tadpoles have no lungs. They just have gills. No lungs. That's how they breathe, with their gills. Okay? Great. Here we go. Let's make these little sticky toes right here. We're going to do a zigzag also from the little parallel lines. Watch. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. And the same thing here. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. If you only have 3, that's fine. It's all good. All right. Let's go ahead and make these 2 back legs. These are the big legs that they use for jumping. Okay? Watch, it's real easy. We're going to start from here. And we're going to make a big, all the way up to this line, watch. A big curved line that goes back down to these zigzag areas. Watch. I'm going to start from this line. I'm going to go up to the crease or the fold in the paper. And back down to those bottom flippers. And so we can make it look like these are bent legs. They're folded. They're getting ready to hop. We're going to put a line in the middle here and a line in the middle here. Notice I didn't go all the way to the top. Right? Okay? Great. We have most of our frog's body completely drawn. We need to now add his little sticky fingers or his little toe pads. A lot of frogs have sticky little toe pads, and it allows them to climb or cling to things that they jump on. Here we go. Watch. You can put a little circle at the end of each of your little toes. Look. Make them nice and big. Look, if they accidentally touch here, it's okay. It's no big deal. I'm just excited to be teaching you how to draw a frog. So if it's not perfect, then you can go practice it later. Teach somebody else. Remember what I've taught you. Okay, great. While we have our black out, let's go ahead and maybe draw, well, let's see, we're all good with the frog right now. We'll go back to drawing our little dragonfly in a minute, okay? Let's go ahead and get yellow crayon out. If you don't have yellow, then, a light orange will do. Whatever you have works. Look, frogs are tons of different colors and different shapes and patterns and designs on their body. If you ever look up different types of frogs, again, there's so many different species of frogs that they can't all be green. So they're every color in the rainbow that a frog can be. So if you don't want your frog to be green, then color it a different color. If you want your frog to have spots, then put spots on them. That's all fine with me. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and color the inside of his eye with the yellow. And it's okay if it blends in with your black. Mine kind of got blendy, and that's okay. When you're done with that, you can get maybe red or orange, whichever color. I did these orange, so I'll do my other toes with the red to change it up a little bit. Look. There. You know what? Let's go ahead and add a few spots on this frog. See how these have spots? Let's use your black again. Watch. We'll just put a few spots here. Maybe a few on his knees. And maybe some on his belly. We're changing it up. Give you some options, right? While you're adding spots to your frog, I'll give you a few more frog facts. Let's see. Frogs do not drink water. How do you think they get their water? Well, if you guessed that they soak it up through their skin, you are correct. Remember, they have that thin skin. It's kind of permeable. It soaks in water. And they like to be near water, so it's perfect for them. All right, I'm going to get a few different shades of green. That means maybe a dark green and a light green, and you could even mix that up with a little bit of yellow. Yellow and green are friends on the color wheel, so they mix well together. Okay, so look, I'm going to go ahead and color around my yellow eye and around this one. See? You can color it just like this. Remember, I said if you want to do it a different color, that's fine. Look, this one's yellow, this one's orange, this one has some blue on it. I think in the middle of my frog's belly, I might use a light, maybe a yellow, and maybe on his head, a little bit of yellow. And then I'll get my light green and I'll blend it in. And then I can get my dark green again. Fill it in. Watch how I add a little bit of shadowing at the top. Look. Whoops, I went out of the line. Who cares? It's all good. Look at that. I like him with his spots. See how good it is when you use more than one shade of a color? You can make it have shadows and depth and distance. Here we go. And color his little legs. I put a little bit lighter in the middle. Maybe I'll do this yellow at the end of his toes. Like that? What do you think? And then I'll finish it up with the dark green. How's that? Let me see, can I go around? Oh yeah, look, I can go around my spots with the dark green. Look at that. Add a little bit more to the picture. Good job. Now that our frog's all colored in and he looks quite amazing, we can work on his background. His background's going to be what's behind him. On this picture, I did a dragonfly and some cattails and some grass. Maybe on this one we could do a little pond, some water. So go ahead and get your blue, if you have blue. If you want to do the grass, that's fine as well. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see, I'll do a little pond. So maybe I'll do a little curved line over here and a curved line over here. And we can maybe color it in. Be careful coloring around his little toes. This is a dark blue. I also have a light blue. Watch. It doesn't have to be colored solid, as long as you like the way it looks. But I also have like this turquoise blue. I could add it into the pond. Till it's all colored in. We can add these cattails. These are flowerless plants. This is its flower, the brown part on this big long stem. So if you want to grab maybe your green, you can take a green and you can do like all the way from the bottom. These cattails, their favorite place to hang out is next to a pond or a swamp or a ditch. And so this is perfect because that's where frogs like to hang out too. Look, there we go. And they also have long pointy leaves like this. See? And while you have your green over here, go ahead and put some grasses on the edge of the pond. You can even put some in the pond. If you wanted to add a lily pad or some flowers, I'll show you later how we can add some other things to our fish pond. I mean our frog pond. Whoops. All right, if you have brown, go ahead and grab your brown, and we're going to make these cattails, which often look like corn dogs. If you've ever eaten a corn dog, those plants kind of look like that. But the cool thing is that when this little flowering pod dries out, it pops open, and inside of it's filled with these tiny, tiny little feathery seeds, and they catch the wind, they fly through the sky, and then they plant themselves somewhere else so we can keep growing cattails. Okay? So look, they're just ovals. Here's an oval, here's an oval, and here's an oval. You can put it right up on the top. You can add one on this side too. I just thought we might want to add like a dragonfly or whatever. You can add a little fly if you should want. While you're adding your cattails, a few more frog facts are that frogs breathe through their nose and through their skin. They have to live near water to keep their skin moist. If they don't, they will die. If their skin dries out, they'll die. They have that thin, kind of slimy skin, and they need to keep it wet. Okay? They catch their prey with their tongue. See this little guy? It's called unfurling. It unfurls and it catches whatever it wants on its little sticky tongue. Okay? Alrighty. And let's see. Anything else? They can see 360 degrees. That means they can see all the way around. Okay? And this is a very strange fact that I just learned. Their eyeballs help them to eat. They push the food down their throat by pushing their eyes down. So these big eyes go, they push down, and it helps them to eat their food. Isn't that strange? I'm glad we don't do that, right? Okay, let's do a dragonfly. I'm going to use black to make my dragonfly's body, but you can use whatever color you want, okay? We're going to start up here, just like this dragonfly. I want you to do a nice size little oval. Dragonflies have long, thin bodies. On the top of that little oval, I want you to put two very big circles with a dot in the middle. They have compound eyes. Their eyes are made up of hundreds of little eyeballs. We're just going to have two today. All right. This little antenna, I did a swirl. You don't have to do a swirl for your antenna, so I'm going to do a different kind over here. And if you know of a better way, go right ahead and do it. Watch. I'm going to do this one. It's going to go like this and like this. Whoops. There. And this is too short, so we need to make it a little bit longer. So they have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. Their abdomen's usually segmented. It's in little pieces, but we're going to keep it as one. So watch. Nice and long. Okay? There it is. Perfect. I made this one buzz around. I just put little dashed lines. Watch. Dash, 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 dash. Alrighty. And you can get whatever color you want to make his wings. I think I'll use purple to draw my wings. They have two sets of wings at the top of their body right near their eyes. It looks like I might not have given myself enough room, but it's okay. It can go behind the frog. Watch. Here's one. Goes way long off the paper. One wing on this side. One on this side. It goes behind the frog. And then another one next to it. Watch. There. Perfect. And I can put some little lines in it if I want, because I'm going to color it anyway. Okay? Great. I think I'm going to color mine with a very light magenta or a pinkish color. Watch. How's that? It looks different from that one, right? And then on this one I did yellow eyes. You could do whatever color eyes you want. I'm going to stick with yellow this time. Just like that. Good. You could have put another bug up there, like I said, a butterfly, whatever. On this one, I kind of colored in the background with a little bit of blue. You don't have to. Sometimes I take a crayon and use it kind of like I did the blue down here. Let me see if I have another blue. Oh, look, here's a light blue. Look. And I'm going to hold it like this, and then I'm going to pinch it like this, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to rub it all over the background. Watch. I'm going to go right over my cattails. Look, it's pinched. See? All right. If I press harder in some spots, it's darker. I could put a little cloud in the sky if I wanted. You decide. Look. See? It's super cute. All right, a few more frog facts while you are coloring in your sky or finishing up your dragonfly. Let's see their call when they make a noise at night, I guess when they're resting, not sure. It's called a croak. And frogs do and can hibernate, or they enter a state called torpor, I think is what it is. And so they'll kind of, in order to stay warm or cool in extreme conditions, they will kind of go into a hibernation state. They are carnivores. They eat meat. They eat small frogs, flies, mosquitoes, moths, other dragonflies. So we better hope our dragonfly stays away because he will be ready to eat. All right, so listen, I have a little white piece of paper. If you don't have any construction paper, a little strip of construction paper, then you can just make your own. So I have this little piece right here, and I'm going to roll it. Watch. I'm going to roll it to make a little tongue. You see that? If you don't have pink, you can just take a piece of paper and color a little bit on one side, and then in the same spot on the other side. See? It's the same on both sides. And then you cut it out. Watch. We did both sides because when it rolls up, look, see? When it rolls up, you can see both sides. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to worry about it. So look, here's my little tongue. I'll use this one. You put a little bit of glue at the bottom of his little mouth, and you could press his little tongue on so it can unfurl and catch that dragonfly. You can also add other colors to your other flowers and stuff by taking another piece of construction paper and making a flower. Even a round flower will do. And then look, a little yellow spot in the middle. And now you have a flower or a little circle, a little flower. You can make leaves. You can make other things fly around in the sky if you'd like, other animals in the water. All of that is fine. A few more frog facts, just a few more. They're found all over the world, except almost in every climate except for the Antarctica. It's too cold in the Antarctica for a frog. They live near any and every body of fresh water. They prefer ponds, lakes, and marshes, and mainly because there's slower moving water, and they do not like the sea or seawater. Thank you so much for creating this cute little frog with me. We will be posting a new lesson every day at 10 a.m. on the Acadiana Center for the Arts YouTube channel for kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade, each tied to an academic curriculum. You can also get these lessons on AOC as a part of the Learn United program, accessible on AOC on Cox Channel 16 or LUS Channel 4. Kindergarten lessons air at 8 and 1st and 2nd grade at 9. Some lessons will be in visual arts and some lessons will be in creative movement. So be sure to come back and make art with us tomorrow. If you're interested in supporting programs like this, visit the Acadiana Center for the Arts.org, the nonprofit who manages the PACE program. Spread the word, share our videos, and keep making art.